for quite some time. I remember him being here during the old ashram, and even in the new. So I'd like to ask him to share a little bit about his experience.
I think I would have attended maybe about 25 of the 30, excluding the years that I've been in India. For me, I think there are 2 times of the day that is really, really special. There's the morning time. If you come in when the sun is rising and you are at the ashram at that time, or if when sunset is there. One other thing that is really special also is the yajna itself. I think that there are many elements of the yajna that really demonstrate what Paramdam Ashram stands for, and I hope that you all can have an opportunity to attend. One thing that really stands out to me from the time that I met Sri Brahmacari Ji is that Ji had a passion for youth, and if you see over the 50 years of his work also and the ashram's work, his passion for youth has only increased it so much. And one of the beautiful things is on the Singhasan, and over the Singhasan, he has the patience, he has the acceptance, he has the fortitude. I have personal experience in that regard, in that there are things that you're not enthused about, and he will create the enthusiasm and then also build on that enthusiasm as well. So I think it's one of the few yajnas when you go and you see all the youngsters, and youngsters age from anywhere from 5 years till about 50 years or so, they are wearing that. The one thing that stands out in my mind about the Paramdam Ashram yajna is the white kurta and the orange shoe. And anywhere you see them, whether it be on the Diwali Nagar stage or whether any program, you can see the uniformity, and I think it's setting a very high standard for what we offer to society in that sense. So the children opening the yajna, the children closing the yajna also, I think the involvement in the yajna is one of the things that you must witness also. I think there's, I'm sure that they actually assign duties to children, because throughout the entire day also, I remember myself sometime in 2006 trying to get my shank to work. And the shank wasn't working, and the Raj was trying to well laugh at me, right? Because at the time of the last Hanuman Chalisa, which is a very special moment also, symbolically, and we were in a satsang tonight, and Sri Brahmacari did the same thing. He said, drop everything, surrender everything to Hanuman Ji, whatever you're doing. And I can clearly remember those who were packaging food in the back, or those who were outside in the car park directing traffic, etc. Everybody will come in and just surrender everything to Hanuman Ji. And I think that aspect of bhakti that comes forth in the yajna is also coupled by the jnana that he gives. And there are a few songs also that stands out. Should you remember here? Yes, Cyber Brahma. And he loves that song also. And there are several other examples that he uses. One of the things that I found that was there in every yajna is Guruji spends quite a lot of time speaking about family values, duty, and in his own life. And he has spoken about karma yoga, but you would see that in the ashram itself that he is most hands-on, and you really can't see that many places. And I think that's something that I can see also in Swamiji as well. Very much hands-on with him. One of my most precious Hanuman Jayanti celebrations at the ashram was that Guruji is doing the yajna, and then one day in between you just see Swamiji pop up in the Singhasan. Swamiji pop up, and then Guruji went to Swamiji's yajna. So they were building that brotherhood and sharing that they have, in sharing the same type of values also. And there's a nice Vidata that represents Hanumanji, meaning that he has daya, he gives dan, he gives also vidya, he also performs dharma, he performs tyaga. And if you see the yajna concept itself in Paramdam Ashram and the engagement of the community over 30 years' time, it would have given whoever has whatever in the community. And I think that's one of the aspects of the yajna that we really don't think about, is that whoever has whatever and whatever to offer, it provides opportunities of saving. And I really think that, and you can think about it as you grow older, in the ashram, from being younger, you may have the ability to pass the arti. Then you may have the ability to introduce Guruji. Then some may have the opportunity to call groups and organize groups also. I think one of the nice things that I would have also been introduced to at the yajna is the ability to meet different religious groups. Because you have some time frame within a 5-10 minutes time that one group is coming and one group is leaving. When I was reflecting on Paramdam Ashram and the Hanuman Yajna, I also thought that I met Ravi Ji only at Paramdam. And that was also very significant in my growth. Two of the Hanuman Jayanti stands out in my mind. One where the big Hanuman Ji was brought and the scaffolding was, and I think Guruji needs or deserves the recognition for finding creative ways to engage people. That one and the 108 lotuses. I can still, if I close my eye right now, I can still remember the lotuses being offered to Hanuman Ji. So I would like to invite you all for this yajna coming up. And just to come for the day of the Hanuman Jayanti itself, because there you get to practice bhakti and a little bit of tapas also. If you can spend 6 hours, great. Come in at 5, 6, leave at 11. Try to spend some Sandhya hour there, either in the morning or the evening. And Swamiji spends a lot of time saying that an ashram is transformative in nature. If you spend enough time in the ashram, so please do try to make it to the day of the Hanuman Chalisa chanting. But also try to make it the yajna. And one of the things that I admire about Guruji over the years is that wherever he goes and anybody else is speaking, Vyas is speaking, he would normally take his notes. And one thing stands out in my mind about the notes. If you remember long ago, they used to print the flyer on the paper with the red in front, and he so good at recycling. That's the next thing about the ashram. Paramdam ashram though is nothing. Right? So if you do give anything to the ashram, he's very careful to make sure that the resources are spread out towards it goes back into the community. So please do make an attempt to be there. I also do think that I have missed much of them, at least on the Saturday of Hanuman Jayanti. And I think the module of the yajna, where you have children involved, where you have knowledge being given, where you have devotion also, where you have several groups coming together, is a very good module. And I hope that the next generation within the Paramdam Ashram and also extending beyond the Paramdam Ashram could take these values and go forward.
Thank you so much.